Hello, I'm MOBS and welcome back to the video. Today I have some pretty exciting Minecraft news to share with you all to do with the next Minecraft update. So 4 brand new Minecraft mobs have actually been prototyped and one of them is going to be making it into the final game. And in case you don't believe me, you think this is one of those far out like it's pretend video titles because you're not subscribed here, let me show you JEB announcing it and telling you himself right now.
On November 18th, it's time for Minecon Earth, and for the first time ever, we're gonna let you choose which one of these 4 Minecraft mobs that will end up in the game.
So that is so crazy exciting. We've never seen anything like this before. The community is going to decide what comes in the next Minecraft update. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about what is most likely happening, what these 4 mobs are, all these sorts of details that you might like to know, and hopefully you all do enjoy it. So like the video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel, and let us know you do like the Minecraft news videos. I want to keep on seeing these every single time Minecraft news comes out. It's the best way to let me know that you do appreciate Minecraft news and you want to know what's coming in the future, such as all of these mobs. So yeah, basically there is a little bit more to that clip, and you can see that right now. And basically he announces the second part that the community is going to be deciding at Minecon, but just in case you want to hear it from the man himself.
You will be able to vote by text and by web, and I will reveal more details about the mobs in the week prior to Minecon. And remember to vote, because the 3 ones that you don't vote for, they will be gone forever.
So this is the craziest thing, if you ask me, the fact that they're making 4 brand new mobs and then scrapping 3 of them to really allow the community to decide on one. And I think, you know, the reality behind it is they're not all fleshed out, they're not all in the game yet. You know, the coding effort hasn't been done for all of them, but it's still a really wacky concept to be making 4 brand new mobs, but then only announcing 1. But just in case you want to see them all up closer, like, wow, 4 brand new mobs, and I personally, or we all have to decide, I guess, democratically together, which new mob's going to be in the game. And therefore, you know, I figured let's look closely at the mobs and let's talk about what's going on with each of them. Because again, when you just hear it on the surface, there's not too much going on, but when you see this up close image, you kind of get a better feel as to what we're deciding between. So again, there's A, B, C, D, top left is A, top right is B, bottom left is C, and then bottom right is D, and presumably the voting is going to be done based on these letters, so just remember that your favorite mob is mob A, mob B, mob C, or mob D. So now we've covered the basics, you know there's going to be 4 brand new mobs, we know 3 of them are going to be discarded, and in case you don't believe that, because a part of me says, you know what, like, why would they go through the effort of making 3 mobs then discarding one? We have even more confirmation because Aubrey Norris, who, again, she's Global Communications Director, actually tweeted out saying one will live, the rest will die forever, adding another layer of confirmation that yes, they do intend to just keep 1, and a part of me said immediately, like, surely you could just add all 4, but then the other part says they're just early concepts, and the idea is to create this amazing excitement around Minecon, because again, they have something big they're revealing anyway. There's the big brand new boss mob, there's the big presumably update announcements. This is just like a sideshow, an extra thing to that, and that really gets me excited personally that this is just one of the things we're seeing. Also keep in mind that in the week up to Minecon, we're going to learn more about this. This was confirmed at Minecraft on there, but for now, since we have 2 weeks until the week up to Minecon, or 11 days to be precise, since we have 11 days till we're going to be learning more about these mobs, let's go through each of them one by one, and let's talk about what they're likely to be like, because that's probably what you're here for. Like, just looking at those images isn't enough for anyone to really decide what they like about each mob. So let's go into this first mob, which as you can see is kind of like a cross between a dragonfly and a squid, as close as I can tell, which makes me believe personally that it would probably be some form of air or, you know, at least sea-based animal, probably sea, but maybe air. You know, this isn't something that makes any sense on land, and if it is going to be a sea-based animal, it would add some much needed sea life to the game, so part of me likes it on that level, but you know, the design itself, nothing about this screams appealing to me, and maybe it's because it's black and white, but personally I'm not too invested in mob A, but it would be some form of sea-based animal. We can be pretty certain, right? I mean, it wouldn't make too much sense for it to be flying based, but still, that's just the kind of first thing here. The second mob here, again, it kind of looks like it would float somewhere above the sea, so I really love the idea of this one, because it looks like, I forget what the animals are actually called in real life, but it looks so like a really interesting animal, and because it would be so thin, I assume it would have some great purpose. It could even be like some form of mount specifically for water. Imagine if as well as having boats you could have this in some way, because again, if they're adding a new mob to the game, the only other mob that they've created from scratch, not based on an animal, has been the Guardians, so presumably it'd be something significant, and having something significant which floats above the water would create a brand new type of engagement in Minecraft, because it'd mean like you'd have to engage either from a boat or like from these to the boat. Again, there's something fascinating about above water animals to me, and that's why B is more impressive than A to me so far. Then we've got C, which seems to be a lot of people's like least favorite looking mob, because it's just like, well, I mean, it's a giant head with a body attached. It looks like a horse if you got the proportions all wrong, kind of like how creepers work, but like they're just like, you know what if we had a horse that was all head and pretty much no body? Well, that's kind of what you get here, and fortunately someone on the subreddit actually, you know, turned this into a mod pack, and as you can see, this is what it would look like if it was fully colorized. And personally, looking at the colorized version, you can kind of see it a little bit more. It looks like a zombie in that one. That's not the official colors, but you can kind of see how the mob could be fascinating. It could be a hostile mob. Again, you can see how it's got those giant teeth things, and it could even be used in some, again, it could be a really interesting hostile mob in some way, but because it's land-based and because it is just like a giant-headed mob, like, again, I'm not seeing too much personally. We'd have to know about the behavior for this one for me to be on board with it. And then there is D, which seems to be most people's favorite, and as you can see, it is a blaze crossed with it looks like a witch / a zombie villager. You can see that's a distinctly humanoid face crossed with some form of blaze. However, again, the body of this seems to be like really thick cuboids, not like individual sticks, and there's just something about this last one which fascinates me personally. I feel like this would be the most hostile of all of them. This would be the hardest one to fight, because again, blazes are hard enough already before you add the witch element, and again, assuming that is a cross between a blaze and a witch, this would probably be the hardest of the 4 mobs. So yeah, that brings us to the kind of final conclusion, because I then figured, you know, let's do a poll, let's see what people are looking forward to the most, because right now, we don't know anything about them. We'll know stuff about them starting through the 11th to the 18th, and then we'll know a bit about their behaviors. We'll know more about how to vote, so this could change, but the immediate part of me says, you know, if 3 of these mobs are pointless and one of them is going to be big in the next feature, let's try and work out early. Let's do some like opinion polling basically to work out at least what my subscribers think are the best ones so far, because again, I mean, my audience of my videos is not going to be representative of everyone who watches Minecraft, but we got a decent sample size here, and basically looking at the results, MobD has a massive chance of being the mob that is picked, and therefore Mob C is the one which is least likely to be picked. And personally, I love the idea of Mob C. Maybe they have to like work on some like behaviors for it or something like that. I'd really love to see, you know, like something. I really want to believe in Mob C because it's the underdog, but yeah, Mob D looks like it's the most likely one to be picked. But personally, the one I'd be voting for if I could vote would probably be Mob B, which again is looking like people's third favorite or like second least favorite. It's not looking good for that, but that's kind of my opinion on this one. I wanted to make this whole video to let you know what's going on with the new mobs in more detail than just like they're coming soon, because again, this is what we've been asking for when it comes to like, just tell us something about what's coming soon, and this is a really big, exciting piece of information, because it's like us, the community, are going to decide, and I hope we pick it right, you know? I mean, I'm not sure what the right decision is yet, but I hope when we do get down to the decision in like, you know, a week and a half's time, or like 2 weeks and a half time for Minecon, that we'll get something great. So yeah, now there is like a real, genuine reason to watch Minecon Earth, in my opinion, as well as discovering what we're getting. If you watch it live, you will be able to decide on these mobs, and I'll keep you up to date with how exactly you'll do that, what the results are, and I'll probably even be streaming Minecon Earth on this channel if I'm allowed to. Oh, again, I don't know how the rules for that work, but I'll be doing that at some point in the future, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel, make sure you like the video if you did like it, share it if you really liked it, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you see these videos daily on your homepage, because maybe if you miss a video, you might miss the ability to vote on one of these brand new mobs. And in the comments down below, let me know what you think of all of the 4 mobs. Do you think I'm wrong about the, you know, Mob C being some form of land-based thing? You think Mob A will actually be a nether mob instead? Let me know all of these opinions in the comments down below. But for now, I hope you'll enjoy the video, because I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.